Just want to give a shout out to Zach Lemeron. His channel is doing very well. I also want to mention Tom Dracovic. He's been one of my best friends for over 6 years now, and really great guy. So we'll start off with a flat tire there. Always good to have one of those. And believe it or not, this is what I cut my grass with. So we'll start up at the front here. We have a Cooler Command 17.5 horsepower. It has overhead valves, cast iron cylinder. You can see right there the overhead valves, and a snorkel tube in case you want to go in the lake or the river, you won't drown your tractor. Bumper has a few dents and dings in it from crashing into things. There's the starting solenoid. I have it redneck wired because the ignition doesn't work anymore. You can it'll turn the tractor on, but you can't start it, so I rigged up this switch right here. It's actually the safety switch for the parking brake, because when you start the tractor you have to apply the parking brake. So I just ripped that out and made a redneck switch to start the tractor. No battery. Kept it inside the house over the winter so the cold doesn't affect it. You can see right there, it's a John Deere L110. This is a 2004, I believe. You can see right there, 17.5 horsepower, overhead valves, John Deere. This is an hour meter, and it shows you how many hours are on the tractor. Right now, I believe there is 915. I'm not quite sure, and I can't check because I don't have the battery in. Got your throttle lever there. If you push it up all the way, you have choke. So very handy. You don't need a separate choke lever or anything. The reverse lockout switch used to go out there, so when you back up with the blades on, it'll shut it off. So I just ripped that out too. Ignition, some wires right there. I don't know what they're for. No seat either. I just have the seat off. No gas in the gas tank because it's winter, and you know, don't want to have any issues with the old gas. You can see there's some debris in there. Clean that out before spring. No rear wheels because the transmission has gone bad, and my dad and I are working on that, so we'll be doing a startup video shortly because we'll be getting her done. This is a hydrostatic drive transmission, which means it uses oil pressure and pressure plates to drive the rear wheels. And there is no clutch or gear selector. All this is just to adjust the height of the mower deck to how much you want to cut the grass, you know, how short it wants to be. So I usually do about 3 right there. That's just the parking brake. It's frozen right now because it's all rusted together, so got to oil that up, and there's how you set it. Nice feature about this, it actually has cruise control. So, you know, you're rolling down the highway and you can always just set the cruise right there. Very nice to have. So, if you want to go forward, all you got to do is just push on the pedal. And if you want to go backward, you just got to push on the back right there. So there's no clutch, no gears, nothing. It's all driven by oil. Have a my gas filter, fuel filter. It's gone pretty bad, so hopefully get a new one before spring. Pretty redneck job on the ignition system here and the wiring. You can see I have the fuel line disconnected. I drained that in the fall, so I won't have any issues. And this is where fuel line comes in. That's where the fuel filter goes. And this is where, not quite sure what this is, but that's where the fuel goes in. I'm pretty sure that's the fuel pump It's a mechanical fuel pump to pump in the fuel. Over here you got the carburetor. I don't know why there's a wire coming out of it, but it might help it in some way. You got the governor, which is connected by the throttle cable right there. That's where the oil filter goes. And this tractor does not have PTO or power takeoff to engage your mower blades. So what you got to do is just pull on this handle and it'll engage the blades, you know, all the way up. I think it's a better design because with the PTO it can actually go bad, and you know, it's a bunch of money to replace. So here's the mower deck. I have it off of the tractor. Clean it off with a pressure washer. You know, got all the grass off. You don't want to let that sit on there, or it'll actually rot the metal. Got my blades all sharpened up and ready for the springtime. And here's where all the business happens. Got your good pulleys here. This idler pulley went bad last year. The bearings seized up and stalled the motor very quickly, so it almost burned off the belt. Luckily it didn't. You can see where the mark was right there. So got a new one of those, and this idler pulley is actually original, but it's going bad. It's starting to really rust inside, so get a new one of those. And it's a 42-inch cutting, you know, each time you go it's 42 inches. And what I used to clean off that mower deck with my pressure washer is a 2750 psi. It's powered by a 5 horsepower Honda motor. And I have my pool heater right here. We'll do a video of the pool when it comes time for that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully we'll get this thing running, and we'll definitely be trying to start this within the next month, because I want to see if the transmission works. I just hope it does, because if not, I'm going to be really sad. So that's it for now. You can see there's a lot of rust just from getting on and off it so much. Alright guys, we'll see ya.